The All-State Big Ten Women's Basketball Tournament Semifinals continue. Jan Jensen and the Iowa Hawkeyes arriving at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. They will take on the Michigan Wolverines.
I love that because you were talking to Jan Jensen this morning at practice about it, and she just said it just made the pain go away. It just alleviated the pressure points there.
After the tip, it is Michigan basketball to start semifinal number 2 here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The winner of this one will meet UCLA in the Big Ten championship game tomorrow here in Indianapolis. Trying to look immediately inside to Olsen.
But it just looks like it's principled player-to-player defense to start for Iowa.
And that's what Coach Jensen told us coming into today's matchup. Her focus on Swords and Olsen, how to slow down that tandem of sophomores. Corals Daniels snaking along the baseline. Cutting is Olsen. Fierbach, all defensive team right there, and earns Iowa a possession. The leader of the Hawkeyes in her second season, Jan Jensen, seeking the 6th title game appearance the last 8 seasons. They had a 3-peat going before UCLA came and disrupted the party last year in Indianapolis in this building.
Yeah, how about that? Jan Jensen has said, hey, we've had a lot of players on this roster, Fierbach and Stuelke, who have experienced this environment at the tournament and postseason play, having gone to national championship games in the Final Four.
Ava Heiden met inside by Sophomore Ava. It did not matter. Now Michigan's back with it. Mila Holloway, part of this Big 3 sophomore class, misfires, looking to get her shooting going after she started 0 for 8 in the quarterfinal win.
Yeah, she struggled offensively in the game yesterday. Got in a little foul trouble, and sometimes that takes the smoke off of your aggression.
Ava Heiden, what is the answer? Already 2 for 2 with the angle and deep post-up.
That record still holds, but it's the fanciful footwork ahead of the shot for me.
Long range 2, Brooke Corals Daniels doesn't go, and look at the box out by the Hawkeyes. Wide open space leading to this 3 by Stremblow, who drains it.
Everybody getting a piece of the body, boxing out and pushing it the other way. Quick on the 3, release by Stremblow in transition.
Swords off target, chasing down the loose ball is Chit Chat Wright. This is a rematch from February 22nd, just that recently, a 62-44 win for the Iowa Hawkeyes as Stuelke is fouled inside.
Ava Heiden going to work. It's basketball, post moves 101. Rip and finish. Keep the ball high, down inside. Got to chin it. And then right here, off the missed shot, Fierbach with a massive box out on Olsen, who's ravenous to get a touch on the glass. And then Stremblow knocks that one home from range. Fans loving it.
Sophocanic picks up her first pick and roll. No surprise, Stremblow and Heiden, 2 super sophomores on the hookup.
Sensational connection by the sensational sophomore duo.
Long 3 by Olsen. My goodness, she was feeling it there. It just rims out. A battle for the loose ball. We'll go the other way. Kim Barnes-Arigo leading this Michigan Wolverine squad. First time winning 25 games in a season since 2021-22. Their 3rd 25-win season under her tutelage.
Protect your neck at all costs. So get your hands up. This bounce pass is tough to handle, though.
Stuelke smothered inside by Olsen.
Oh, what a big-time block there. Defensively.
Maybe that could spark the Wolverines here. 2 turnovers, 0 for 5 shooting and trailing by 9.
Usually your defense can ignite your offense.
And for Olsen, it does.
Absolutely. See that heavily taped right elbow by Hannah Stuelke. Made her first shot yesterday with some comfortability. Chit Chat Wright to transfer out of Georgia Tech. This is quick as a hiccup right there. Saved the possession. Although she didn't corral it, she deflected it to her teammates.
Stagnant here offensively. Stremblow to drop it in just when the Hawkeye offense needed it.
And she is just cold as ice, I'm telling you what. She is the straw that stirs the proverbial drink, and Jan Jensen said.
Tayala Del Foss is checked into the game. Really strong 6-player off the bench, but Hannah Stuelke makes another stop inside.
And see, that's the challenge that I saw looking at these 2 teams, right? Michigan wants to attack the painted area just like that. Del Foss trying to get downhill. But Iowa's gap defense is just so solid. And that's what Jan Jensen was talking about as well.
Chit-chat Wright. Well, a couple dribble pull-up for one of the best shooting teams in the country, continuing to roll up 11.
Jen Jensen also said she wanted to see Chit-chat Wright shoot 100 shots a game. She defers so much, but that one looked very fluid and organic.
Olsen fouled, count it.
And there she is again. Olivia Olsen playing with some divine intervention right here. Just easy in the mid-range. Splashes that one home. And Chit-chat Wright talking loudly with that midi on the other side for the Hawkeyes.
Olsen 2 of 4 shooting, the rest of her team 0 for 6, coming off a quarterfinal win. 16 points, 6 rebounds. She is a force. Got an 8-second difference shot and game clock for the Hawkeyes. 6 for 14 to begin this game. 10 to shoot.
Spacing a little crowded here for Iowa. Need to kind of spread it out a little bit.
Just like that for Fierbach, who's off target. Heiden trying to put it back in one-handed. And now 6 seconds left for the Wolverines to work. Olsen sets and cannot hit. That is the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, look at the work that they did, right? They just had a little bit of a skid there when they lost Taylor McCabe. 173 made threes on the senior's career that ended with a knee injury in the middle of conference play. So they had to recalibrate and get things back on track, which they did.
Soares good for 3. And second with Elise, who was listening into that last Wolverine huddle.
Well, what a nice punch for Michigan. It struggled their lowest scoring quarter of the season here to start today as Holloway had an opportunity. But Kim Barnes-Enrico telling her team, everyone just take a breath. Take a breath. Let's settle in. Don't look at the score right now. Just win the next 5 minutes. She wants to speed them up on defense.
Mila Holloway, who looks very dejected. I mean, she's a 46% shooter from the floor and 34% from 3, but has yet to mark in this game.
Another turnover forced by Michigan, but they have not been able to capitalize just yet.
Yeah, you gotta pay it off. You're doing all that work. You gotta do it for something. Ice patch.
Soares drains another. She is catching fire for the Wolverines.
That's what she does. That's that international experience with the Canadian national team shining through for Silas Soares, who shot a dagger of a triple right there to give Michigan some momentum.
Michigan had started 0 for 7 from distance. Here's Heiden working from the high post, forces it up. Journey Houston working the glass, will shoot 2.
That's wisdom. I mean, only a sophomore, but I tell you what, all that international experience has been in all season. 32 consecutive wins now after what Silas Soares is able to do. She has been absolutely consistent with her ability to set the table for this team on the offensive end beyond the arc.
Sofakanik spins against Heiden. They want to get her going in the paint.
She did a good job yesterday of making her presence felt as an interior scorer for the Wolverines for sure.
Chit-chat Wright, one of the best shooters in the country, gets it to go.
46.2% from the floor in the regular season.
That's first in the Big Ten, tied for 5th nationally amongst qualifiers. She shot just 32% last year. Here is Olsen, a ridiculous jump shot again.
Yeah, they need that. They're giving her some screens off that pin down. That's all she needs. And now she can crowd space a little too much. Yeah, it's a little too much. It was.
It's going to go on Olsen, her first.
Yeah, right here, coming off of that double stagger off that weak side. That's when she's at her best. And now Fierbach's chasing, trying to recover, and it's too late.
6 points leading the Wolverines alongside Silas Soares, combining for 12 of Michigan's 14. Blitzing Chit-chat Wright.
Now you're in a scramble on the backside. Somebody's got to cover.
And leaves it for Ava Heiden. Nearly a 3-point play.
Now, if you're going to blitz, everybody needs to be on the same page with that. And if any one of the 3 on the back end of that are late, it's going to cause problems.
The action tips off at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Michigan started off slow in this game, trailed by as many as 11. It was Silas Swords with the initial spark. It's Olivia Olson trying to keep it going, but can't knock it down there.
That was that same offensive set, that double stagger for Olson coming up off the left side, trying to get established. Iowa did a better job of chasing through and contesting on that one, though.
Olson battling in the paint against Stuelke. A lot of backcourt pressure from Michigan's guards, taking them deep into the shot clock.
Yeah.
Oh, Heiden has that strip by Brooke Quarles-Daniels, and she tries to get it back. Look at the hustle on the floor. Michigan with it.
March Madness.
Quarles-Daniels slices her way inside, finds Olson with the lefty lay-in.
See what Iowa's going to organize here. They really have Hannah Stuelke covered tightly. Can't even get a touchdown in there on her. They had a high side and low side defender with high hands in the passing lane, so she couldn't even touch the basketball.
Heiden dominated inside to start this game. Here she makes the stop on the interior, gets the block against Kendall Dudley, and it's Iowa ball.
Got a pump fake down inside. Those trees, those forest players, man, you got to move them.
Turnover Iowa.
Kendall Dudley got stuck in a precarious situation right here, trying to just take it up, and that's the easy block right there by Ava Heiden. You got to sell it and then get into that body and finish. You can't just take it up.
There's Dudley maneuvering at the high post, backing down against Journey Houston, and draws the foul.
But they have so much respect for one another and how they can each impact the team in a positive way.
Elisa was going on in that last Iowa hut.
Oh, Jan Jensen and her energy, you just have to love it. She was trying to tell her players, they're denying you. They're going to deny you out to the parking lot. So she actually stood up out of her chair and was demonstrating, cut hard, feet cut out, go demand the basketball, and then settle in against this pressure. And she said, we're not even playing good right now. We have a lead, so let's just get back to being us.
Absolutely, and that's how you attack ravenous defenders who play up into the passing lane. You take them back door.
Chit-chat right, straining the long range two, and Coach Jensen's gonna like that, cajoling her frequently to shoot more. She's up to 7 points.
Yeah, it was a proper read, going under the screen right there. The drop coverage was sitting in position 3 feet away.
DelFoss forces it up.
Oh,
And she gets it
on the ground.
Gets it right back. 10 seconds to shoot for the Wolverines. A second chance opportunity where they thrive.
She repossessed the catch, though. Are you able to do that? I don't think so.
Off target from 3.
I don't think you're able to repossess that. That's like if you shoot it and come down with the air ball. Like, it's the same thing.
Deal with the spin move and soft touch. Trying to climb back into this game what was once an 11-point deficit. Just 4 points they scored in the first quarter. So for a long range, too.
Yeah, DelFoss, I would have liked to see her rip and go. She's so long and lanky. Houston was right in front of her, but she has a height advantage there. But I thought she should have attacked instead of settled for the outside shot in that last one.
A lot of attention paid to Stuelke, so that opens up Journey Houston.
As a great defender, you can't lose out of the scramble of a trap.
Traveling violation gives it back to the Hawkeyes.
I think Lisa Bruder set the standard with that for sure.
Over 800 career wins, a couple Final Four runs. Zero Strumlow missing inside, and Michigan trailing by 8. Looking to make a move here. It is Holloway with a great look, and she puts it down.
Yeah, rhythm triple right there, and that is just what the doctor ordered. This UCLA team, just a juggernaut in the power-packed Big Ten Conference.
Right, calling her own number there. Houston attacking the glass against Swords. It's going to be a foul.
Just a little too extracurricular with the contact there.
Here is the Bruins awaiting to see what their opponent will be, aiming for consecutive Big Ten tournament titles. And how special would that be for the Bruins potentially with their first regular season outright conference title in program history, the first ever since '99, which they shared with Oregon.
Yeah. And then Corey Close saying thrive in advance instead of survive in advance, and I love that. Put that on a t-shirt or something.
Dudley sticks with it.
Just in the nick of time to get that steal orchestrated in the open court.
Heiden Lauren Betts amongst the best post players running the floor.
It's So freeing to get a full court sprint.
Hannah Stuelke, are you serious? Post to post, and a three-point play.
They'll head to line for the and one opportunity.
Heiden converts 10 points, the first player to reach double figures for the all Big Ten first team selection. 6 seconds left for the Wolverines. Can they cut into this deficit? Quarles-Daniels on the attack will fade. And that is where the score stands after the first 20 minutes, 28-22. Low scoring between these two teams.
We're trying to hit a home run shot. We just have to continue to pass the ball, find each other, get better shots. Our shot selection is tough. That's partially due to their defense, but just settle in the second half.
Yeah, no, I love that. It's got to be composure on the offensive side because defensively they've held Hannah Stuelke to 0 points right now. She's only taken 2 shots.
Brooke Quarles-Daniels, one of the best offensive rebounding guards in the Big Ten with a three-point play.
They have disallowed touches for Hannah Stuelke on the inside. It's not that Stuelke has missed shots. She hasn't gotten viable touches to even get shots off. And she's coming off of a game where she had 13 points yesterday. See if she can get established and activated here in the second half for Iowa.
0 for 2 shooting, but the Hawkeyes turn it over. Batted right back into the hands of Olsen.
Just volleyball or basketball?
Ashley Sophomore with the finish inside.
It was Michigan coming out a quick 5-0 run, and she burned the timeout, just a minute gone, and she said it's a feel process for her that earlier this season there was a big run. She didn't take a timeout. She burns one here, just 3 left in a game that, as we know, is very tight.
Yeah, I mean, it is a feel. And you want to leave it up to the players. You want to trust them. She said she didn't call the timeout, and they won that game, so there's a lot to be said for that. But sometimes you got to stop the momentum.
Iowa was looking for back-to-back threes there. The one before by Chit-Chat Wright gave her 10 points, 2 of 3 shooting from distance. Here is Swords in rhythm.
Oh boy, that's the proper last name for a dagger of a triple right there. Much needed.
She's got 3 of their 4 from beyond the arc. 9 points for Swords.
She does a good job of getting those opportunities in transition.
High, low, again and again, successful for the Hawkeyes post to post. Swords wanted it again, but Wright was right in her grill. Can't knock it down from distance. Here is Olivia Olsen bouncing into the paint on the putback. Baseline inbound here for the Hawkeyes. Leading by 2 as Fierbach will cough it up. And Michigan off to the races. Holloway streaking to the rim and one.
Mila Holloway right here in transition with the head of steam going right to the cup, drawing contact and getting the and one. That is exactly what her spirit needed right now. She knows she can be a driving force for this team, literally and figuratively on the court.
First lead of the game for the Wolverines. Now 7 to shoot for the Hawkeyes. Fierbach finds a dead end.
Oh boy.
Offensive foul is going to go on Iowa.
Quarles-Daniels is trying to come through and lock and trail. And see if, and only 6 shot attempts, to see if Michigan can maximize that. Oh, a tough look. Too far underneath the backboard there.
For an interminable amount of time at this point. It's under 2 minutes to go. Wright is blitzed. Michigan wants to get off of defense. It's going to land in the hands of Hannah Stuelke.
Her first There's Heiden finding her on the weak side, and she was able to go up and in. Applauded herself on that one, like, I finally got a clean look. Michigan fans like, oh my gosh, come on, babies. Can't be that easy right there.
Off the Ava Heiden turnover, her 5th. Michigan dealing with a 5+ minute scoring drought here in the 3rd after they took their first lead of the game minutes ago. Holloway, couple dribble, pull-up gets the roll.
Anticipating properly there was Olivia Olsen.
5 seconds left for Stremlow. Forces it inside to Stuelke. She misfires, and we head to the fourth quarter. Just a 1-point game. And our second semifinal between Michigan and Iowa. Very low scoring. A couple of single-digit quarters on both sides. 36-35 entering the fourth.
Yeah, only 4 combined points in the final 6 minutes and 8 seconds of the last quarter, and that is a testament to the defensive principles and execution by both squads here.
Elise Woodward was listening in to that last talk.
Well, and that's exactly what Kim Barnes-Arico was talking about. Keep getting stops, get the traps, don't let them out of it, lock down the defense. In the second quarter, it was Michigan ahead 18-15. In the third, 14-7 advantage to Michigan. They want to win the fourth again with their defense and then win a chance to go play for the Big Ten Tournament title.
Olsen and Stuelke battling.
Stuelke with a 3-point play, and she is finding herself here in the second half.
Yeah, she has had to fight and scrap for every touch, and right there, Olsen just being a little too physical, sitting straight behind Stuelke there, afforded her the seal and the maintenance to hold that seal for the easy finish with contact.
3-point play converted, and a 2-point lead for the Hawkeyes over Michigan. The winner moving on to face UCLA. Brown looking back door, snatched away by Taylor Stremlow. Eyes always scanning, looking up ahead for right. That's going to slow things down.
Kim Barnes-Arico was holding her ears after that turnover.
Movement on the interior, skipping her way into the paint is Hannah Stuelke. 7 points, 9 rebounds for the senior from Iowa. A foul on the floor is going to go on Stuelke, her first.
Hannah Stuelke has become activated here on the offensive end for Iowa. Got to the second side after getting that great dime from Ava Heiden, who fell on her shorts after passing it. The Hawkeye fans up and activated as well because of that activity by Stuelke.
They switch that foul over to Ava Heiden, and that's her third. Swords takes the feed. And now 10 to shoot for the Wolverines. Holloway, a well-contested step back, but earns the whistle. That is 3 on Stremlow. Heiden also with 3 on the other side for the Wolverines. Olsen, Sophie Kanik, and Dudley all with 3 personals. Holloway 2 for 2 at the charity stripe, making it a 2-point game once more.
There's been a battle in the paint. You see Iowa with a 16-14 advantage in paint points, but a lot of those have come as of late, right? Down inside to Hannah Stuelke. See if they can keep that train moving and get her another touch inside.
Feeding it in to Journey Houston, bodied up by Sophie Kanik. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Stremlow trying to make something happen, drops the dime to Hannah Stuelke. Assists on 17 buckets for the Hawkeyes, and Michigan turns it over on the miscommunication.
Hannah Stuelke, who has been able to maximize her role as a leader, and she and Fierbach both bringing a ton of experience to the court. Can they continue to implement that? Michigan tries to press here.
Slows down the Hawkeyes. Now midway through the shot clock is Wright surveying this defense.
Trying to get an empty side to attack. Michigan doing a good job of staying disciplined.
Wright drops it from 3.
Just fantastic patience by Iowa.
3 for 4 shooting, and it's a 10-2 run for Iowa. And that's going to be a foul on Sophie Kanik, number 4. just 32% last season. Her freshman year at Georgia Tech has blossomed into a sniper.
Yeah, and they need that.
7%.
They need that from her, right? Stay aggressive, and not necessarily punching her shot, but shooting the shot when she's open, like coming off the screen like that last one.
Stremlow trying to post up Kylie Fierbach, all Big Ten defensive team selection. And now 7 seconds to shoot. Swords has been the hero many times this season, but misfires there.
But they need to get her a touch. She's going to make the proper decisions in the quarter court for Michigan.
Michigan 0 for 4 shooting in this fourth quarter. And Iowa taking control of this game. Right with timely threes. It's been Stuelke returning to form as well. 10 seconds to shoot for Wright. Wright drops it off to Ava Heiden, doing what she wants on the offensive end. Brown with the downhill attack. Iowa holding on to a 10-point lead. They've been locked up for much of this game as Stremlow somehow gets it away.
What in the world behind the back?
Stuelke wrapped up inside. Will stay here with 5 to shoot.
Outside the lines.
Heiden will attack spin, but it's going to be an offensive foul. That is 4 on Ava Heiden.
They got the ball back underneath, but can they pay it off? And that has been the question for this entire game.
That is 2 on Wright, and there's another whistle. It's Squirrels Daniels foul. They're plus 11 right now. 15 to 4 is what they're outscoring the Wolverines by. Michigan in the bonus with 2:55 on the clock. And Squirrels Daniels will rattle that one in.
That's confidence right there. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to smile.
She says, hey, we got a 9-point lead here.
Oh, that might be it.
Physicality. And that is 5 on Sophomore Ava Heiden, the starting center on this team.
Oh, and their teammates. Sophomore Ava, she said she can't wave in her face, but
her team down by 9 with 2:28 on the clock in the fourth quarter.
That escalated quickly. Here's the initial play, and the foul was called on Sophocanic right there with the elbow and that push. And there's the whistle. I didn't see it, though. I did not see that. Or maybe it was another player. I didn't see. Let's see. Oh, it was Miss Houston who did it. Well, she did do it. Well, she can't do that.
Sophocanic is done for today. All right, that was Journey Houston there. Good job by our crew and catching all of that action with quite a bit of chippiness between these two teams. Well, we're approaching 2 minutes left.
Sophocanic shouldn't have said anything either, so it was like it balanced out.
Olsen, feet behind the line. That's left short. Down by Stuelke, and a collision on the far side. Both players back up on this side of the floor.
Iowa utilize a lot of this clock and salt it away, taking opportunities away from Michigan. Sometimes your best defense is extending your offensive possession time.
Stuelke. Why not? First Taylor Stremlow from beyond the arc. Timeout call by Coach Barnes. Arrico trailing 54-41.
I got you. That's fun stuff right there.
11 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists for Taylor Stremlow, who's been extraordinary her sophomore season in a starting role. Swords, good from 3. Dudley flies in. There's a whistle.
Oh boy, Dudley went down hard. She's all right, man. Yeah, that's a testament to the defensive prowess by both teams.
took the lead for the first time deep in the third quarter. Since then, 2 for 12 shooting, 8 turnovers, and the Hawkeyes have found their pristine operation in the meantime.
And broke that press with precision. Got it to the middle and then got it to the second side.
Heiden through her legs. It's been that kind of day for Iowa.
Now this is absolutely incredible, right? It's actually a bad pass, goes through the legs right there of Ava Heiden into the hands of Hannah Stuelke. Look at this. Oh, got tagged a bench up. And excited about that. I mean, you gotta stay ready on that weak side. I mean, a microcosm of how this fourth quarter has gone for the Hawkeyes.
Through the 5-hole there. And Stuelke scoreless in the first half, over 2 shooting, 13 in the second half to elevate her team, getting closer to securing a spot in the Big Ten title game, 13, 10, and 4.
How about that? I mean, she had 13 points yesterday in the game.
Oh, yeah. Up ahead to Ava Heiden. Cherry on top.
I mean, it's just been an explosion and an avalanche of offensive production from Iowa here down the stretch.
24 to 6 in this fourth quarter. Complete dominance by the Hawkeyes, and they can dribble things out here. Next on the docket for Iowa, the UCLA Bruins. Iowa Hawkeyes, welcome back to the Big Ten title game.